everyone. Welcome to the online IELTS Masterclass with Learning with Us. Before we start, allow me to briefly introduce myself. My name is Andini, and in this video, I'm going to explain to you what is IELTS. Let me share my screen. Okay, let's get started. So, according to IELTS.org, IELTS is actually the International English Language Testing System, which is an international standardized test of English language proficiency for non-native English language speakers. There are 3 test centers that you can go to if you want to take the real exam. First one is IELTS, second one IDP, the third one is British Council. You can choose one of them because it's totally the same. There are 2 types of IELTS. The first one is IELTS Academic. Just like the name of it, it is actually for those who want to study abroad, whether you want to take undergrad, postgrad, PhD, or even postdoc. However, IELTS General Training is actually for those who want to work abroad. So if you want to work abroad, then yeah, you will have to take IELTS General Training. However, IELTS Academic is more flexible because with a certificate of IELTS Academic, you can study abroad or work abroad, and it will expire within 2 years. There are 2 types of IELTS tests. The first one is computer-based tests. For computer-based tests, it's like the name of it, you'll have to take the exam on computer. Meanwhile, the IELTS paper-based test, just like the name of it, you will have to take the IELTS exam on paper. Maybe you wonder which one is more comfortable. I believe every individual is different. Some people prefer to take the computer-based test because they can turn up or turn down the volume during the IELTS listening test, and during the IELTS reading test and also IELTS writing test, you can delay your answer if you feel hesitated. For IELTS paper-based test, it is actually very comfortable for people who like to read on paper. So the answer is, it depends on you. There are 4 skills that will be assessed during the IELTS test. First one is IELTS listening. Second one, IELTS reading. Third one, IELTS writing. And then the last is actually speaking. So for listening test, there will be 40 questions and you will have to answer within 30 minutes. For the second one, IELTS reading test, you will have to answer 40 questions within 60 minutes or 1 hour. The next one is IELTS writing test. So there are 2 questions that you have to answer within 1 hour. The last but not least is IELTS speaking test. So in the IELTS speaking test, you will have 3 parts. For first part, you will have to answer about personal information. Second one, you will have to answer 4 questions within 2 minutes. Last but not least is you have to answer some questions related to part 2 questions. The duration for IELTS speaking tests is about 11 to 15 minutes. Make sure that you have to impress your examiner in order to get your target band score. The duration for overall IELTS test is about 2 hours 45 minutes. Here is the IELTS band score. So Basically, you need to know the requirement from the university that you want to apply for or the job that you'd like to apply for. For example, when I wanted to study at UCL, the course that I wanted to apply for required me to get C1 level or band 7. That means I had to get at least band 7 for my overall score. And sometimes the university or the company also has another requirement related to the minimum score that you need to achieve for each skill. Based on my own experience, I had to get at least 6.5 for each skill, and then for overall target, I had to get band 7. So it's very important for you to check the website of the universities or the companies that you want to apply for. All right, that's all the information that I'd like to share with you. I hope that you find it useful, and don't forget to follow our social media. Thank you. Bye.